Greetings, Pathfinders, and welcome to another edition of Booster Bestiary. Today I'm going to select a random booster pack, and we're going to see if we can make a Pathfinder 2 monster out of whatever it is that I get. So let's go ahead and switch over to our camera here. If I roll a 6 on the pack, I got a special surprise. I decided that would be fun, but it doesn't show up very clearly here in this camera yet, so I'm just going to leave it as a surprise unless I roll a 6. So let's go ahead and see what we get. Ooh, that is the most cocked a die I have seen in a while. 3! So we'll go ahead with Strixhaven. Awesome. Always enjoy pulling more Strixhaven. Super flavorful for Pathfinder. Let me get the camera here just a little. There we go. Strixhaven, magical school themed set. There's teachers. There's creatures being summoned by students. There's spells those students are casting. I've started throwing spells onto my creatures, just like to make sure that they share the same color archetype. There we go. Alright, so what do we got here? We got here an art series card. Fun. Island, not that useful. Start from scratch. We could destroy artifacts and try to rebuild them. A Spirit Advisor. Whenever one or more cards leave the graveyard, scry one. It is... Oh, the spirits in here are all about archaeology. They're kind of... Yes, Magambia. Yeah, Strixhaven is kind of like... It has more of a thematic, more like Arcanarium, but in terms of how it teaches. But the relationship with the students honestly feels more like the Strength of Thousands, Mangyamba kind of academy. They have a little bit more fun with that. And they have more of a distinct, like, 5 different colleges on the campus kind of thing going on that feels a little bit more like the Strength of Thousands. It's really cool. Yeah, it's sick. My favorite are we'll see if we get to them. So yeah, so the spirits in the set, the Boros colors, are all about archaeology and uncovering the past. Literally, they're teachers or spirits who at one point took place in that past. Another Spirit Bird. Yeah, all about exiling cards from the graveyard, trying to uncover the past. And a Spirit Dwarf. We're getting a lot of spirits. Yes, as you can see here by the art, the spirits here are like made up of the statues and reliquaries that they uncover. So a lot of cool occult stuff we could do with that. In this case, return an instant sorcery card from your graveyard to your hand. So yes, it uncovers old spells. That would actually be pretty cool. Let's start from scratch here. Another Spirit. Alright, so this is a very spiritually active pack. For those who don't know, I take all my packs from pre-release packs, so there is usually a higher chance of getting a rare or a foil. The last 6 weeks have all been rares, foils, mythic rares, good stuff. When it enters battlefield, you search your library for basic planes, reveal it, put it into your hand. Not too much you can do with the Pilgrim of the Ages. It floats around and looks for land. I mean, you can make a ghost that has high survival. Another Spirit! Alright, so if this was a sealed deck pack, which is what these were actually intended for during the pre-release, this would be sick. Like, you just go all in Boros, which is a fabulous strategy in sealed. Yep. Oh, here we go. We finally got a different school. Man, I can't remember. I think this school's kind of the Kuthanite school, learning from pain. I can't quite remember what the Golgari school was all about. Let's see if we can figure out reading this. At the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice a creature. Yeah, it's about sacrifice. You grabbed a set booster. So commons or uncommons are linked. Oh, okay. Thank you there. Let me look at the pack. Where's the... oh, it is a set booster. You're right. Oh, okay, I'll be darned. I thought this was a pre-release, but it's a set booster. That makes sense. Alright, and then Iwitch. Oh, I like him. Let's see what he does. Dalemuth Wool Eater. It's a demon. Sacrifice a creature every turn. It's big, but costs very less, so that would be an interesting thing to try to wrap your head around in Pathfinder 2. Whenever you sacrifice that demon, each opponent discards a card, you draw a card, and you gain 2 life. Oh, you could do that. Actually, I've seen... This is my current frontrunner. Like, I think. If somebody else here wants me to do a Dwarven Spirit Archaeologist, go for it. Personally, I'm a really big fan of the school... There's a school of writing, and they, like, summon ink spirits. And they, like, summon creatures made out of ink using magic brushes, which I think is... The aesthetic for that is just fabulous. Alright, Iwitch. Golgari School is about life and death. Witherbloom. Thank you, Jen. Witherbloom. Yeah, I mostly draft in Commander, so I haven't been able to keep track of the sets since we haven't been going to stores. Incidentally, if anybody needs any codes for Magic Arena, hit me up on Discord. Like, I get 6 or 7 pre-release kits every set, so like I have an abundance of codes. Just hit me up on Discord. I have them all from, I think, going back to Zendikar, like the Return Zendikar set. Anyway, here we have an Ibat. When it dies, you learn something. So, cool. It'd be a little creature, a little homunculus creature that gives you some kind of bonus when it dies. I'd like to think it actually gives you back a focus point, which I know is really silly and doesn't exactly match the flavor, but I like scoring with focus points. Ooh, alright, cool. So, another mythic, Body of Research, creates a fractal creature token. Equal to the number of cards in your library. Yes, this was one of the... I remember when this was spoiled, everyone was like, man, that's going to be silly fun in Commander. Not good. I mean, good, but not... In competitive Commander, not amazing. In casual Commander, it's amazing, because it will make like a... probably at least a 70-70 in most games. I mean, you are playing Simic, so you might draw your entire deck out by turn 4 just with all the ramp and Time Walk effects, but yes, you would get to create a body of research. This would be like a 8th, 9th, 10th level spell or even like a capstone for like a level 7 or 8 focus spell or a level 10 spell in Pathfinder 2. I would probably have it create a monster with power scaling based on the number of spell slots you have left, and then also allow you to cast like a certain number of spell levels of buffs automatically on your summon, which wouldn't be that broken because summons are still really weak at level 18, 19, and 20. But that'd be a neat way of doing it, kind of a Magus-y combine your actions to free cast certain spells thing. Alright, Whirlpool Denial. For each spell or ability your opponents control, counter unless they pay 4. It's a giant counter spell. Cool. It works a little with Woe Eater. Not really, though. I don't like the flavor with Woe Eater, but I do like the flavor. And Novice Dissector. Sacrifice another creature to put a 1/1 counter on target creature. Okay, it picks apart monster parts and puts them on other people. That's a cool downtime-ish ability. It's not really something you do in the middle of battle. I mean, I guess he could, and that would make him special. He's a warlock. So if anyone here does see a creature where you're thinking, ooh, this guy's cool, actually. Deathless Knight. I think I drafted him. I think I've drafted this set like twice on Arena. Whenever you gain life, for the first time each turn, return it from your graveyard to your hand. So he comes out when something's healed? See, that doesn't work as well in Pathfinder 2 with his flavor. I get the flavor is he's a skeleton. He's going to, I guess, take latent positive energy and... ooh, actually, that would be pretty funny if you made a monster that comes back to life. If you heal within 10 or 20 feet of its corpse, that would be really brutal. That would be one of those like, yeah, y'all should have recall knowledge that, like, maybe even after you killed it. Excuse me. That would be a really mean creature. But I don't think it's mechanically as engaging as the Woe Eater. If somebody here really does want one of these creatures, go ahead and tell me while I pull up the image on Scryfall. But I think I want to do Dagomoth Woe Eater. If nobody else has any suggestions. Woe Eater. You're paying for my wisdom. You will get no better deal. That's pretty cool. Alright, copy image link. Alright, cool. So we will go head on here to our website focus. Last week we did an Ardent Elementalist that could cast Burn the Accursed. I liked how it came out. A lot of people did too. There was some comments about making the Pyroclastic Bubble do more damage, and I completely agree with that. If you were to use this in a game, you should totally make Pyroclastic Bubble do more damage. In the Spell Trickster book that I based it off of, Pyroclastic Bubble does enhance your damage because you're casting it at a higher level than the burn spell. Like, that was the idea of it, which doesn't apply to a monster that only has first level spell slots. So that was on me, but that's what you get with half an hour of monster creation. And that's why I do this, is to get better talking on camera and to work out kinks. Alright, let's close that. There we have it. Oh, Dagomoth Woe Eater. Let's make that bigger. Look how badass that is. He has arms for days. He's huge. Man, that is a scary, 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 scary creature. So, first thing I always do when I create a creature, because it is the best way to go about creating a creature, is you find something that's similar to what you're trying to make. In this case, even though this is a demon, statistically, I think he's more of an Azura. Not a 12th level, not a 14th level, not a 1st level. Like an adequate? Yeah, no, they're twins. We don't want twins. Like a Jalasura? Nah, yeah, let's just look at demons again. So, I could just make him from scratch. I think I might, now that I'm looking over my options. I could start with a Babao, though. I could just start with the stats. Yeah, I'll just start with the stats of a Babao. Alright, so let's clear this monster. Open. New monster. And duplicate. Download JSON. Where are you? Open URL. Oops, that is not the right URL. That is the right URL. Go. There we have it. A Babao. So I've just started with the Babao for the stats, because they are wily. They're a good base demon. They have the right resistances and weaknesses on there for a demon. You know, it's a good way to start out. There might be better if I was to look at a multi-armed creature right in advance, but this demon, the Woe Eater, he's way more of a caster than a beater. Like he's doing weird casty sigils on there. He's multicasting. He might even be more like a Magus, actually. Now that I'm looking at him a little bit more carefully. Dagomoth Woe Eater. That is neat, neat, neat. In fact, I'm just going to look really quick. We're going to, because I do have some time here, we're going to go ahead and explore just for a second. Is there anything here? Lore of Dagomoth. Dagomoth Wiki. Yes, demons, Dagomoths. They're aligned with Witherbloom. Similar to the counterparts from other planes, they offer deals, and when their victims are unwilling or unable to repay them, they send vile specters after them. Okay. The demons of Arcavios. Arcavios. Right, that's the plane of Strixhaven. Great, great, great. Alright, so, Babao. Let's go ahead and, instead of a vulnerability, so what I'm going to do here is, a demon's a much more general category in Magic the Pathfinder. Yeah, it really is. Like, we didn't even get a legitimate devil. After the Great Creature Type update, I feel like we didn't get a devil until, like, Innistrad 2. Like, I think maybe we got 1 in 1. But there's, like, no devils in... There's very few devils in Pathfinder. Or in Magic. There's very few devils in Magic. And all the other types of fiends are, like, even rarer. There's, like, 12 or 13 Rakshasha just from cons, and then, like... So most evil outsiders are just lumped together as a demon, which helps Magic because you want that inner set synergy for Commander and Kitchen Table Magic. You don't want, like, +1/+1 to all demons to not apply to him because he's not a demon, he's an Azura, which are different. Magic used to be like that back in, like, the 90s, and it was not fun. It was not fun at all, questioning if Llanowar elves counted as an elf, because they used the plural on summon elves. And then, like, this lord released in Tempest said elves you control. But, yeah, no, that's not getting to old days. There's a reason we are not in the old days when it comes to Magic design. Because things are much better now. Alright, so what I want to do with this is I want to see if we can make a creature that has 6th level creature stats, but is intended as only, like, a 4th level threat, which is really bad. Like, you would only do this under this one particular thing that I'm going to bring up. Because that's the whole idea of the Dagomoth Woe Eater, is he's way stronger than he should be. I mean, he's 7/4 for 4. I know creatures are stronger than they used to be, but that's aggressively costed even for today. He also has a nice beneficial effect. Drawing the cards and stuff is really nice. So I want to give this creature a set timer so that this demon is not about defeating him with a sword. I mean, I guess you could if you get really lucky, but he is going to be 2 levels higher than he should be. He is strictly about surviving. He is about, you'll see it, you'll want to throw those recall knowledge checks, which just as a GM, if you tell him it's kind of a demon, hey, right there, PCs are going to be like, I want to find that vulnerability. Give me that Vulnerability. Give me that recall knowledge. So you are going to want to recall knowledge him. And it's going to be easier to recall knowledge him because he's a creature 4, even though he has the stats of a creature 6. Alright, so he is a demon, a fiend. Cool, that's all fine. Chaotic evil. Yeah. When I think Witherbloom, they're yeah, I'm just gonna keep him chaotic evil. I don't want to have to deal with that so much. High strength, high dex. Let's give him higher dex than strength, and let's also give him high intelligence because he is all about making deals. We'll lower the wisdom a little. Let's lower the dex even a little to give him that high intelligence. Yeah. I mean, that's moderate intelligence for a creature at this level. Actually, it's less because now they think, no, that's right. Okay, so let's give him high intelligence. Because he will be a caster first and a Magus-y kind of 4-armed flaily dude second. I'm going to lower his con a little because he does have, I mean, moderate, low would be a 2. Let's give him a 3 con because he does have that. He has a 7-6, not a 7-7. I know that sounds weird, but I need to lower the stats somewhere. Which means the fort save will be just a scooch lower. The will save will be a scooch higher. As will the... Ooh, all of the saves are going up from this. Let's lower the fort even a little bit more. And then increase the will just a little bit more. We'll keep the +1 saves versus magic since he is a caster, and I like that. We're going to lower the hit points down to 100. That's not enough. That's like high for level 4. Let's keep it 130, which is just because you could get up to 123 at level 4. I know he has resistance, so he shouldn't have hit points that high. But again, the whole thing of this guy is you want to make sure that you survive. It's a battle. It's an attrition battle that you're going to win. You're always going to win an attrition battle against this guy, and you want the battles to become attrition battles. So see invisibility is great. 13 perception. Let's make it a little lower because I did lower his wisdom. He's intimidating. Let's just give him a 13 intimidation. Let's also throw in... Actually, let's give him a 13 diplomacy because he makes deals and get rid of intimidation. I'm going to keep intimidation too. He will have... What kind of caster is he? Someone in the chat, I can't decide what kind of caster he is because, like, green is nature. I know, like, Golgari, Witherbloom, that's nature of all things, but he's a demon. Demons don't deal with nature magic. Not even in Magic, they don't deal with nature magic. I mean, green could be anything in Magic. I mean, the color wheel is very versatile. I usually default to religion for what a demon's giving you, but he's a teacher. I'm tempted to even go like a cult. Daemonmoth Woe Eater. Pay for my wisdom. Well, he says pay for... Oh, he says pay for my wisdom. You know, I know it's punny, but I don't care. I'm going to switch around. He's going to have high wisdom, low intelligence. His will saves will then go up, and his fort is good. That'll be fine. Let's give him a wisdom. Let's make him a religion caster. It might sound memey, but I like that. He doesn't need that high stealth that the Babao has. He doesn't need the high thievery that the Babao has, especially now that he has diplomacy. I like the high acrobatics since he's high on dex. They could lower the athletics. I like listing the athletics, though, just because I've got to give him a deception score because he's a deal maker. So GMs will want to make deals. Let's give him a society. Let's give him a society, just so he is part of a society. Why am I making these all 13? Let's make society 11. You want society there just in case, like, someone in the party is from a specific group, and like you want to be able to justify this demon knowing I shouldn't make a deal with you. You're working with Quiploth or something. It's just something. It's something. He doesn't have any items. He's a demon. He doesn't need items. Yeah, no, he's fine. So he definitely doesn't have a long spear. He definitely doesn't have jaws, but he does have claws. And let's see, the claws they gave was 1d4 plus 7 slashing plus 1d6 evil, which is about 15 and a half damage. It's 16 damage. No, 15 damage. It's 15 damage, which is moderate for a level 6. Oh, he is set to level 6. Hold on. I'm going to go back real quick and adjust the hit points down to 110. There we go. Okay, so that's moderate for a level 6. I think, yeah, moderate's fine. Moderate's good, actually. And slashing plus evil, agile, evil, magical, claw. That's fine. Man, his claw attack is just fine the way it is. I love it. 25 feet? Yeah, sure. Oh, he's big. I just realized he's large. I just looked at the picture. He is a big boy. Is he even huge, perhaps? 1, 2, 3, 4. I see 4 medium-sized squares. And he's like twice as tall as that guy. Yeah, I'm going to put him at large. Large. All right. That means we are going to give this reach. We are also going to, for the heck of it, I'm going to give him attack of opportunity. I know it's mean, but this is a... I'm not giving him I'm not giving him attack of opportunity. I was going to give him attack of opportunity. I'm not going to give him attack of opportunity. He's good enough as it is, and that's really punishing to lower level characters. Sounds minimum large, maybe huge. All right, you know what? You know what, Finder? If you think I'm gonna go ahead and give him huge. Sin vulnerability, divine innate spells, rituals using an abyssal pact, sin ability, traits. All right, cool. Excellent. Well, 14's great for a spell attack for this guy. It's gonna be high. He is a primary caster. Spell DC. I'm gonna up the spell attack to 16 actually. Great. Divine innate. He is a divine innate caster. Abyssal Pact is perfect. That's definitely what he needs. Great. All right. So for vulnerability, his big backdraw is you have to sacrifice a creature each turn. So consumptive. I mean, I know that wouldn't make it a vulnerability because he's not. I guess he is taking damage. Okay. Yeah. Let's do that. Let's call him. For now, I'm just going to call it consumptive vulnerability. I'm sure there's a better name that I'll think of as I write it down, but... Alright, so... Daemogoth Woe Eaters consume the misery of those around them, even as they attempt to strike deals with mortals. So how would you... stop consumption of misery? I guess being happy. When a creature... I guess it'd be helping others. Yeah. Ooh, I like that. When a creature within 30 feet of a Daemogoth Woe Eater uses the aid action, the demon takes 46 mental damage. The demon can take this mental damage only once per round. Cool. So if you do anything nice around him, he takes damage. Cool. That works fine. Consumptive aura. Consumptive. This is gonna be another defensive ability. Well, not defensive. What are these called? General ability. Consumptive magic. Let's just call that for now. Consumptive conjuration. Ooh, I get alliteration. Awesome. All right, so this is a no action ability. At the beginning of a Daemogoth's... how do I do this? So, like, the idea here is that they're especially going to be summoned usually because they can't exist on the material plane for very long. Their quintessence is unstable. Ooh, I like that. All right, so Oh, I almost forgot. I have to put the number of claws they have. Does that go under name? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? 5 or 6? I'm going to say 6. There we go. So, consumptive conjuration. Alright, so a Daemogoth Woe Eater cannot exist, is formed of unstable quintessence that cannot maintain itself properly on the material plane, outside of the abyss. Because you can summon him in others. You know, there's people in the plane of fire summoning demons. These are always material plane casters falling to demons. There are other planes that summon demons. Alright, so Daemogoth Warrior is formed of unstable quintessence that cannot maintain itself properly outside of the abyss. At the beginning of each round... That's weird, because that only makes it combat. Yeah, it'll activate ways in combat. During an encounter. At the beginning of each round. During an encounter. No, let's do it like this. Each hour, the Daemogoth loses, takes, let's say, do I want just losing hit points? Can you just lose hit points in this system? I don't think you can. I think you have to take damage. So let's, oh, I forgot to put, oh, man. I just noticed something. Resistances is not ported over when you port using the PF2 tools. So I got a really quick. Resistances, Acid 10. Weaknesses, Cold Iron 5 and Good 5. Good 5. There we have it. So each hour, the Daemogoth, I'm just going to say loses hit points. Loses... how many does he have? 110, 46 averages out to about 14. So that wouldn't be enough. Let's say, oh, I got it. Loses 1d6 hit point. 1d6 hit points is in caps in this system. 1d6 hit points for every... Okay, loses 8d6 hit points. Semicolon. Each creature the Daemogoth consumes? Kills. Yeah, I could say kills. Each creature the Daemogoth kills reduces to 0 hit points with it. Yeah, reduces to 0 hit points with an attack or spell. Reduces the amount of damage taken by 4d6. This effect is cumulative. I'm sure there's a better way to do that, but I get the idea. So every hour, the Daemogoth takes 8d6 damage, or loses 8d6 hit points, but every creature he kills during that hour reduces this by 4d6. Cool. During an encounter, the natural expenditure of quintessence increases the rate of this ability to once every once every round. Yeah. All right. So every round, the Daemogoth will take 8d6 hit points. We'll lose 8d6 hit points. So his battle is not going to last long, but he is a beast. Remember, this guy is swinging as a level 6 creature at level 4, which means he could be up against level 2 creatures. This guy could potentially one-shot people. Like, if you see this guy, you got to recall knowledge fast, and you got to just hoof it, because he is an extremely deadly encounter. This is the kind of thing you have to be very careful using this kind of a creature. This is something where you have to give the PCs an opportunity to make the check before the thing starts. This guy's going out to make a deal. He is not made to attack your PCs with just out of the blue. He doesn't have sneak attack either. He has a multi-attack. I'm just going to call it multi-attack because I'm lazy. This is going to be a 2-action strike. The Daemogoth Woe Eater attacks 3 times with its claws. How does Draconic Frenzy? How is that worded? Draconic Frenzy, Pathfinder 2e. You make a strike. Oh, makes a strike. Makes 1 strike with up to 3 claw unarmed attacks. Yep, that's it. We're good. All right. And oops, I forgot my chat. Here we go. Sounds big, maybe huge. All right, cool. Reach 10 feet. All right, and finally, you do have spells. I'm going to go really quick on this. We're just going to go ahead and look at a fungus Pathfinder 2E spells. Fungus traits. I like this guy having fungal stuff just because he's Golgari. I know it might be fungal hyphenae. What is that? Fungus necromancy spell level 2. I like it. Let's see what Sith Vusug, the Prince of the Blasted Heath, gives as spells. And we're just going to copy those over. So he will have summon plant or fungus. I don't like that at first level on a 6th level creature. That should be at least 3rd level. And then he can cast it down, I suppose, if he needs to. How do you put how many spells per day he has on this? I think you do it here. So divine innate spells, 3rd, he will have 2. Yeah, that's how you do it. Cool. 2nd level, he will have 3. 3rd, he should only have 1. And then 2nd level, he'll have 3, and that will be fungal hyphae. Does that do anything? Heightened to 2nd, it does not. So I guess fungal hyphenae should be 1st level because it's mostly a buff. And then we will go ahead and go under divine. Some kind of cool necromancy spell. He should have a necromancy cantrip. And the necromancy cantrip is, I think, chill touch. Yep. So I guess chill touch? Chill touch seems weird for a fungal guy. It works. I mean, I could give him Tanglefoot. I don't like that. It's going to be Chill Touch. Actually, why am I looking at only these spells? All spells. Ooh, Gouging Claw. Oh, he already has claws. Guidance. I know it seems weird, but he is a teacher, which is weird because he has the thing where he doesn't want to aid people. Does that count himself? When another creature, I have to give another creature. The misery around him. When another creature within 30 feet uses the aid action. Yeah, I had to make sure to put that because he's okay teaching people because he's doing it the wrong way. So let's go ahead and give him Puff of Poison. That's a good one for a cantrip. And I'll also give him something flavorful for him would be like Detect Magic. He's a caster. That's fine. Detect Magic, and then if you have Detect Magic, you also need Read Aura, or you're not going to do much with that. Puff of Poison, Read Aura. Got to keep them in alphabetical order. Keep everything in alphabetical order at all times. That is my big tip of the day. You definitely want to keep things in alphabetical order. Let's also give him Verdant Sprout. I'm looking too much into plant themes, aren't I? Neck. Romancy. Let's go ahead and give him Harm? Harm is lame. Putrefy food and drink is fun. Actually, the more I think about it, it's really smart to give a creature like this out of combat spells that you usually don't think about have monsters caring about, because this guy doesn't, even though he's really good at combat, you as a GM don't want to use him in combat. You want him to go in there and try to score deals with people. Which makes me think you might also want a suggestion spell, or like Blistering Invective is really cool. Yeah, I'll go with that. So let's also throw in Blistering Invective because that is a flavorful demon spell. And Mind Games? You lock minds with the target? No. Fear. Warriors Regret, Touch of Idiocy, Thundering Dominance. Where is Suggestion? Suggestion is a 4th level spell now. Okay, that's fine. Let's see what Asmodeus gives you. Charm, Suggestion, Mislead. I guess you could do Charm 2nd level. That's weird, though. Let's see what the Green Mother gives you. Charm, Suggested Platform. I guess I need Charm. Alright, so I'll give him Blistering Invective and a 2nd level Charm. There's no point of a 2nd level Charm, is there? There is not. I'll give him another 1st level Charm, I suppose. Charm. Let's give him 3 1st level spells a day. Let's give him a 2nd level Harm, then. I know it's not the best, but that's fine. We're running short on time anyway. Alright. Harm is lame. Putrefy food and drink is where it's at. Tell me a bit about your mindset. Oh, okay. Yeah, it does tell me a bit about my mindset. Yes. I want this guy to scare. In fact, I'm going to give him fear. I want this guy to scare people to not fight him on purpose, because I I don't want people to fight this thing. This thing is way too strong. You should not be fighting it. Which is good. Like sometimes you want a creature that like PCs shouldn't be fighting. I know that sounds really weird to say. Mind you, he is level 4, so he's going to get hit by incapacitation effects a little bit better, which is good, because again, you want to run from this thing. You want slow to hit it, so it will just kill itself with its consumption, because as long as you keep this thing in encounter mode, it's going to start eating itself, which is what you totally want on this thing. In fact, I think I need one more ability on this, and that is going to be attached to Claw. And instead of plus 1d6 evil, we're going to say plus consumption. And consumption is going to be a no action ability with the necromancy trait. The Daemogoth Woe Eater consumes the essence of creatures it strikes with its claws. It regains 1d6. It gains 1d6 temporary hit points with its claw attack. It deals an additional 1d6 evil damage with its claw attack and gains temporary hit points equal to the damage it deals. Cool. Now it seems like it actually consumes things, because otherwise it was just consuming itself, which I guess is the flavor of this thing. I would also give this something where, like, when it dies, it gives power to a PC, because that is kind of another one of its flavor. Like, it leaves behind... Oh, I know. Items. Spellbook. Under consumption, if a Daemogoth Woe Eater is destroyed this way, is slain this way, it leaves behind a spellbook and reforms in the abyss 1d4 months later. There we have it. Cool. So there we have it. We have a demon with a spellbook. It casts divine spells from the spellbook. Don't ask questions. Or it just has a lot of secrets in there. Whatever. It has a cool book. And it slowly consumes itself. And when it dies, it leaves behind the book. So it leaves behind a plot device you could use. I'm going to say, instead of spellbook, I'm just going to say grimoire. Maybe... Let's look really quick. Do we have grimoires? I think we have grimoires. I know we had them in first edition. I think they were in... Yeah, they were in Secrets of Magic. We got 8 grimoires in Secret of Magic. There's a little section of them. So let's give him the Necromancy one. Instructions for Lasting Agony. That sounds fun. So, what level is that? Anyway, it's level 5. That actually makes sense for this character. Yeah. So there we have it. I gave him a little grimoire. The Endless Grimoire would be cool too, though, on him, wouldn't it? 6th level. It has no limits to the number of spells. Endless Grimoire would be really cool. Or maybe Instructions for Everlasting Agony, higher level one? Nah, okay, I'll just gonna put Instructions for Everlasting Agony, or another level 5 or lower grimoire. And there we have it. I should put something in here. No, I shouldn't. Okay, yeah, we're good. There we have it. That is my Daemogoth Woe Eater. I like him. He's cool. He sounds like every evil professor I know. Yes, in that they construct a book, they try to force you to read it or buy it from them or make some deal for it, and then they disappear into nowhere and just leave behind that book that you will keep in your bookshelf forever because you paid like $275 for it and only used it once. Yes. I was fortunate not to have that experience at Cal Poly Pomona. My teachers would assign books because they had to, but then tell us on the first day, don't bother buying any of these. We're only going to use this one, and you could find it in the library. I made sure it's there. I made sure to choose the one that the edition hasn't changed. but that was art, history, and philosophy, so they weren't, math. I hear those engineering books change all the time because they're numbers, and you can change around numbers and just call it a new edition. But anyway, all right. So thank you very much, everybody, for showing up. I had a lot of fun doing this. Please join me on Friday at 4 p.m., where I will have infinite reviews. I will be reviewing the latest and greatest of Pathfinder Infinite, as well as going over all the news of the week. You should check out No Direction this Wednesday. They have a show. Math textbooks were fun. Yes, math textbooks were a whole ball of fun. Yes, check out No Direction this Wednesday, as they have... I believe they're bringing on... Yeah, I know. I shouldn't have to check this when I, worked on the banner for it. They have... Why is there no announcement for this? Here we go. Oh, duh. They have a Grand Bazaar breakdown with Luis Loza, and I really should have remembered that because yesterday we had a Grand Bazaar AMA. Me and a bunch of the authors from the Grand Bazaar went on to the Pathfinder 2E subreddit, and you can still find it there. I think it's on page 2 now, but there's a bunch of people asked questions. We answered them. It was really fun. There were a lot of really good questions being asked that really prompted some great responses. Luis had some killer responses. Everyone did. It was fabulous. It was great. So check that out. Until then, thanks for the fun creature. No problem there, Finder. Thank you for supporting my channel and showing up. So yeah, thank you, everybody. Make sure to check out Pathfinder Infinite, all the wonderful creative things being released there. Check out the Pathfinder blog every day, and have yourself a wonderful week full of as many nat 20s as your die is willing to give you.